everybody, and today I thought I would take you along as we make a traditional Danish Easter craft called the Gaekkebrev. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kelly, and I'm an American living in a small town in Denmark. And it's interesting that now that it's Easter time again, we are going to be making an Easter craft called the Gaekkebrev. And this is something that I really didn't know a whole lot about until now. Yes, we have talked about it briefly, or maybe I've seen something, like in a window or something, or my kids have brought something home from school, but I wasn't really, maybe paying attention about what it was. Before we get even further, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd love for you to become a subscriber and come back and see more of my videos. Well, here we go with the Gaekkebrev. First off, this is something that you make out of paper. You're going to need some paper, you're going to need some scissors. You may even need a stencil if you want to have a certain type of design on it and you're not very good at drawing. Like me, I am not very good at drawing. I'm the type of person that likes to have a stencil that I can trace. But I'm going to try and freehand it today and see what happens. What you're going to be doing is you're going to fold the paper and then you're going to cut out these different shapes and then you're going to unfold the paper. So it's kind of like what we in the US know as a snowflake. This is how we make snowflakes. I'm sure people all around the world make snowflakes like this, but we don't really know anything about the Gaekkebrev. I don't even know what to call it in English because there's just nothing that we have that's like this. Once you've gone ahead and cut out your design and you've folded it back out, then you're going to write a little message on it. And the message is going to be kind of like a little rhyme, but it's also going to be something where the person who receives this letter has to guess who you are. After you've written this message, you're going to leave dots instead of the letters of your name. So my name is Kelly. I have 5 letters in my name, and so I'm going to have 5 dots at the end of my little note so that the person has a clue to who I might be. I'm going to be making mine with my son who is 7. So our message is going to be really short, but I have heard that there are long messages with long explanations about Easter and bunnies and eggs and chicks, and I have no idea what else, but ours is going to be very straight to the point and very short as a beginner. And I think this is also a great place for a lot of people to start, just to get into it. I'm also going to be doing one in English, just so our English viewers out there, if they're interested in making their own and they're thinking, I have no idea what the Danish is all about. And this also will allow us to participate with my American family who don't speak Danish. And when I asked my husband about it, he says, oh, they just have to guess who you are and then that's it. And I said, what do you mean that's it? Isn't there more to it? But I have asked around to other people and they say that if you can guess who wrote the letter, then you're supposed to be getting a chocolate egg from this person. But if you can't guess who it is, then you have to give them a chocolate egg. And I have heard that a lot of times this is stuff that children make in school and they make with their parents and they end up giving it to their grandparents. So I think this is just not some sort of random thing. I think it usually stays in the family somehow. Maybe they give it to a neighbor, I don't know. But we haven't actually ever done this as a family before, so this is the very first time. And I'm very excited to have my youngest son along with me to make one of these. He is an expert, he has done this before. But of course, we're still kind of learning about the designs. So I'm going to show you a few different designs that I'm going to be using to make them because I'm really just trying things out. I've not done this before and I don't know what's going to look all right. and I'll show you what our end result looks like, the one that I'm going to be sending out. So let's get started and let me show you some of the different designs and what came about with all of them. went through a lot of different designs before we kind of got into the habit of this. And towards the end, we really made some really interesting designs. My husband says that it should be very basic with just kind of a paper with holes cut into it. I don't know when the last time he made one of these was, but I think that there are a lot of really decorative ones out there. A lot of people who are very creative and good with a pair of scissors. Not me again. I am not very crafty. I like to do craft projects, but I wouldn't say that I'm very skilled at any of them. I would love to be able to do more of these and get really detailed with it and make some of these really beautiful ones, but I think that would come with a lot of trial and error, a lot of practice. But if you are someone out there who really enjoys making this Gækkebrev or making some designs out of paper, visit me on my Facebook page and share your pictures. I'm going to be sharing some of the pictures on my Instagram and on my Facebook page, and I would love it if you could visit me there and share your pictures. That would be fantastic. I would love to see some of the pictures that you take while you are getting ready for Easter and making your own Gækkebrev at home. I've now lived in Denmark for 4 years, and this is the very first time that I have done anything like this. So I'm really excited that we had a little bit of a push to be crafty at home. What do you think about the ones that we made? Do you have a favorite? Do you have any tips for us for making extra Gækkebrev if we decide to do some more in the future? Let me know about it in the comments. And also, again, if you are someone out there who makes them, who enjoys it, let me know in the comments. Say, yeah, I make them. We make them in school, or I haven't made one since I was a young child, or yeah, we do this every year. Who do you give them to? Let me know some more information. Do you know more about the history of it? Do you have other things that you give out besides chocolate eggs? I need more information. My husband doesn't seem to have a whole lot of information unless it's something that he's forgotten about. I really, really hope to hear more from you guys. Thanks so much for coming along in this video. Don't forget to check out my other videos on Easter. I have one where I make my own Easter baskets and I can show you how. And I have another video where I go into how I use some Danish decor and how I'm going to be decorating my house for Easter. We actually started decorating our house today for Easter. As you can see, I have a couple orange chicks behind me that the boys had made in school, and we have plenty of more things to put out. Thanks for coming along on this video. I hope to see you in another one. Don't forget to check out my blog, where I'm going to be posting more tips and tricks for life here in Denmark for an expat. And I hope you, as always, take care.